Hi there and welcome to a furniture upcycling project. This is the one where I buy an old piece of wooden furniture in a thrift shop and then I give it new life. And this was actually bought because I wanted in our bedroom once upon a time, or one day in the future, we will actually fix it up and change the rooms in the house around a bit. So it is wood, and I actually don't think it's completely untreated. It might have a little bit of something on it, but I didn't sand it on beforehand. I just simply started painting on it straight away. And I'm using a mix of colors, like some actual kind of wood paint mixed in with some acrylic colors, just to give it some different colors. And starting to make a white shape for the face that I'm going to put on. And then I'm using some black paint to kind of make where I want the eyes and the nose and the mouth. And I'm going to add lots more colors later on, so it's not just going to look like that. And I wanted this to be a quite bold piece, so I'm starting to add a lot of red. I want to make this beautiful redhead lady. And with these kind of pieces of furniture, it's also quite interesting to paint on them, because you have the knobs for the handles and you kind of have to figure out where they are going to be in terms of the design. So I had made a little sketch before I started this. And of course, also a lot of paint actually goes to a project like this. So I always save, whenever I paint anything in my house, I also save the paint from that so I can use it later. Oh, and this is just my little cat joining in. That was very cute. She wanted to see what I was doing and sat there for a little while. And of course, this is also very kind of sped up. This was quite quickly, this video, but it took me a good afternoon to do this. And then after it dried, I added some more details to it. But it doesn't take too long, as you have a little plan and you're just not too afraid of just starting to paint, because you just have to, just begin and consider it like a huge canvas, and you can always change it and paint it over if you don't like it. And now I'm adding some green, and of course I'm also being careful to paint the sides and the actual top, because I want that to kind of match with the rest of it. And adding some more green and yellow to her face. That was mostly white before, and it's looking a little bit flat, her face, so I'm just going to try to build it up with some shadows around the eyes, some eye color, and also I'm going to give her a nose because everybody needs that. So I'm just adding some shading there, to make sure that that's good. And it's a work in progress. You have to change it up all around, all the time. And sometimes you change it for the better, and sometimes you regret what you were doing. But I love being creative in this way. I think it's so much fun, and really think it's a joy, pleasure. And it's fun to also see her come to life more as I add kind of eyelashes and a bit more sparkle to the eye, a bit more details to the lips. And I'm also going to add some detail to that little cat face as well that I've added. A little nose and some eyes, just so you can see it there. And right now this is standing in our living room. And we've got some splotches on with the toothbrush, or you can use a brush. And it's looking very cool. Doesn't really necessarily match with all the other painted pieces of furniture that we have, but that doesn't matter. So right now this is just me clearing up the sides of the drawers and the cabinet, kind of the frames, just to make sure there's not a big excess of paint that will kind of glue the drawers together. And you can also use Posca pens or fake Poscas afterwards when it's dry to make some details. That's also a good idea if you don't have a little small brush to use, and that's also kind of what I'm trying to do here with a little brush. So this is just to add a little bit of detail, some tiny little specks and flickers of paint, which is fun. Huge canvas, love doing it like this. And if you go close, you can see there's a lot of details. So thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.